Right. You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that it's truth attached to that because of their position, right? Right. Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons we should be doing some critical thinking.
Yes, I agree. I definitely.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know you're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up! Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Thank you, sir. How y'all doing? We a little late tonight, but it's still on and popping because it's Monday night. You already know it's your favorite show, Just a Bit Outside. I am your host, Kescia, coming off of a long time hiatus, like Durant.
The road has ended.
Yes, the road to 40 has ended, and now it's hashtag this is 40. You know, really happy to be part of the 40 Club, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you get your gift basket?
Yeah, we can talk about those items later. So you guys, yeah, like I said, we got a little late start, but we still going to get it in for y'all for a little bit. We got a lot to talk about in a little bit of time. So keep up, buckle up, and let's get ready.
I feel like it's the old days, like the first 6 months of the show.
Right.
8 o'clock start.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Right. Them 8 to 10ers, yo. What the hell were we thinking?
I have no idea.
That shit was a beast back in the day.
There was a show before ours back then.
Yeah. So, let's say it's about 8:17. So, of course, the main event for tonight, we're going to talk about it really quickly, is the NBA Finals Game 5 going down in Toronto. Golden State Warriors versus the North Toronto Raptors. Boy, it's going to be hot up in the 6 tonight. It's hot up in the 6, man. Golden State, they on the hot seat right now, per se. You know, they got their backs against the wall, down 3-1.
But the Lord Jesus Christ Savior is back.
Man, I don't think there's anybody out there, or there are very few people who expected the Golden State Warriors to be down at this point. What do you think?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I know. You know, in my expert opinion, I was not expecting this result right now.
And you know, who was it? There's one of the guests the last few weeks that said they thought Toronto was going to win. I'm like, you're crazy. But you know, us expert picks, we're kind of looking a little bit bad right now.
Yeah. Seems like they're in desperation mode, and clearly so, because they jacked up KD's leg and they're throwing him on the court tonight, man. He's in full effect for Game 5.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to make much of a difference?
I have no idea. I'm afraid to even like say something because we've been so wrong.
I'm not, because I know. I don't think it's going to make a difference.
At the beginning of the playoffs, I picked Golden State. Like, I don't see how they can possibly come back, but, you know, I'll ride or die. I mean, I'm going to stick to my pick no matter what. But I'm not going to be surprised to see Toronto win now. This
is what I am going to say. There are very few teams in the history of the NBA Finals that can come back from a 3-1 deficit.
I think it's only one team.
And was it Golden State?
I believe so.
And you know what, outsiders? I know what you're going to say, but I don't want to hear it. I know you're going to say, well, you know, They came back 3-1 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they was able to win it all and everything. Let me tell you something right now. The Toronto Raptors are not the Cleveland Cavaliers. They play defense. They've got a more complete team. And they ain't backing down easy, son.
You know what I dropped on Soli last week was a stat that I saw. Golden State has been down in the finals 0-1 4 times. And every time they came up and won.
Well, I'm just going to say this. All you Golden State fans, call on all of your prayer warriors tonight. I think the best thing that you guys can really hope for and have going for you right now is the Drake curse. Y'all better pray that thing takes full effect tonight, because looks like 6 is in the driver's seat of this joint.
You're not wrong.
And you know what? I mean, can we hope for the Drake? Can we hope for Drake to come through with his bad vibes, I guess you could say?
I sure hope so.
I mean, I'm trying to, what was it, 2 weeks ago, that Anthony Joshua kid?
Oh, yeah.
Hanging out with Drake a couple nights before the fight, talking about he was going in the streak, in the curse. And that dude got his head kicked in.
Well, this isn't a fight. This is a basketball contest.
Well, I'm going to say this. Drake has spread his love across the sports realm. And it did not matter if it was tennis, basketball, football. Everybody has fallen victim to Drake's antics.
What do Canadians know about basketball anyway?
Right. It's our sport. No, I'm kidding. Let me tell you like this. I'm expecting Drake to be in full effect tonight, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to find this meme that I'll show it to you. It was like several pictures of Drake with Toronto Raptors players.
Uh-huh.
And the caption was like, Drake out here looking like he wants to be a basketball wife.
Yo, and you know what? Let me just take a few minutes to shout out the Toronto Raptors, yo. Like, for real, they have really done the damn thing. I mean, I know, man, we were talking offline while they were getting things together about, how impressive, they were at putting a team together, and I'm all about recognizing your problem and solving them things and being proactive about that. And I honestly feel like, Marc Gasol was that final piece that they needed to have a complete team. And I feel like, it's showing.
I remember that show we did after that trade.
Right.
And Toronto had been struggling, and I called out the Gasol as maybe the biggest trade at the deadline.
Yes,
and man, I can't believe it, how...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Toronto has Serge Ibaka coming off the bench. So it's like, you get no break whatsoever as far as defense is concerned when you're facing the Toronto Raptors. And clearly, to me, the defense has been the difference maker in this series. Right. Game 4, they completely unraveled, a pretty polished team.
And Warriors, they didn't even go over 100 that game, did they? It was like 92?
No. Yeah. I mean, how often can teams say that?
Yeah.
So...
At Golden State.
Yeah, right. At Golden State at that. So what are you looking for tonight?
KD. I don't know. No matter what, they're still struggling with injuries.
He's on half a leg. He's on half a leg.
The whole team is still struggling with injuries. Another interesting thing I saw Steve Kerr said a couple weeks ago was, over the last 5 years, this team has played over 100 games in playoffs. That's way more than a season. Mm-hmm. So they have extra aging on them, and maybe it's just time for Golden State to get pushed aside, and it looks like Toronto's doing it.
Are we at that point now, guys? Are we at the point now where we are making up excuses for the Golden State Warriors?
Oh, no.
No, we're not.
No one can have the dynasty like Boston did.
Yeah.
So.
But you gotta give Toronto their props, man. They are just that good. And Kawhi, dare I say it, is out there looking like Kobe Bryant.
I'm just salty because I think I picked Toronto last year to win it all, and they waited a season to prove me right.
All right, so who you got for the game tonight, man?
I'm gonna say Golden State just to extend it a little bit. They might have a little energy with KD back, and they don't want to be looked at as only winning one game in this series. They're going to have some energy, and I think they'll win tonight. But I don't know if they'll win the series now.
They will not win the series. I think they're gonna win tonight, but then they're gonna lose the next game, which I think is Thursday. And we got Inshira on the feed. She said, "I just saw that KD meme you posted." And man, it was this post. It was like this meme of a video, and basically it was like KD coming out, rising up out of a casket and dancing. Man, I mean, it was pretty funny. But that's
hilarious.
pretty like what symbolic of what's happening tonight. I mean, they basically resurrecting KD and throwing him out on the court, saying, "Yo, let's get this thing back in order."
That's what the Bay Area is hoping for.
Yeah, Claude gonna tear that ass up though. I guess if they make it out of tonight, we'll put a poll question up for the outsiders, who they think will take it from there on out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we both agree that Golden State's gonna take that tonight.
Yeah.
All right, game's going down in less than an hour, so I'm really excited to watch that. So we'll see. All right, we'll keep it going really quickly. Who is having a better time than France right now? It's popping up there.
That girl, Ash, whatever.
Oh, Ashley Barty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had the French Open concluded over the weekend. Rafael Nadal won in the men's draw. 12th title, continues his reign on clay. I mean, we've been calling him the king of clay for like the past 2-3 years now. And quick fun fact, Golden State better. Man, Golden State is done. But Rafael Nadal, he won the French Open for the 12th time.
12th time.
And he is the first tennis player to ever win 12 Grand Slam titles. The same one, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Which is, you gotta give him his props. Boy is good.
And I feel like Federer didn't even I mean, obviously he gave him a competition, but man, it was just Nadal's tournament.
Yo, this tournament, a lot of the well-knowns and I guess veterans and favorites dropped early. I was heartbroken while I was in Cancun. Serena got eliminated.
Third round.
Yeah, I got that message from home. I wanted to cry, real tears.
I didn't want to send you that message.
Right, my mama did that shit. She probably the only one that could have done that without any backlash. You know what I mean? But but as far as the women's draw is concerned, I mean, the WTA, consistently inconsistent. We had what's this girl's name, man? I don't even know who this. Ashley Barty of the UK. She smoked Marketa Vondrousova, and it was spicy. It was I don't know, 6-1, 6-3. It wasn't much of a competition at all, but yet another winner in the women's draw in the WTA, and what's the next big one? Wimbledon,
yeah.
Right, so it can't really make many predictions as far as the women's draw is concerned with tennis. I mean, I've really been enjoying the diversity in winners with that particular tournament.
It'll be fun to watch. See what happens next.
All right. What else we got going on in France? Of course, the World Cup, the Women's World Cup. I really like that. Got all the beautiful faces from around the world playing soccer and getting it in up there in Paris. Of course, USA is a favorite. They have not played a game as of yet.
I think Thursday.
Tomorrow.
Oh, is it tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow at 3 p.m. They take on Thailand.
Okay.
According to the odds of them winning the World Cup, which is 2,000 to 1. Mm-hmm. It's one of the worst teams in the in the tournament. But let's not sleep on Thailand though. Because I know that they did take Australia, who was, kind of decent. They took them to penalty kicks in the World Cup qualifiers. So, on paper, it looks like it's going to be a cakewalk for USA. But, when it comes down to these tournaments, anything can happen.
Absolutely.
People find heart.
We saw it last year with the Men's World Cup.
Yeah. But I'm really excited to watch Alex Morgan and Team USA get it in, I've been patiently waiting.
Yeah.
For them to start up. So tomorrow, 3 o'clock, outsiders, all our soccer fans.
And stay tuned tonight because our feel good might be a little bit related to the Women's World Cup.
Oh, ooh la la. All right, shit. Andre, when we going to commercial? Whenever you want, Keish. All right, let's do about 10 more minutes.
10 more minutes.
Till we go to commercial. Oh, we go to commercial now?
Sure.
Andre, we go to commercial now? We gonna go to commercial? All right, baby, we gonna go to commercial. Look, y'all, we'll be back in a few minutes, all right? We're gonna take that commercial break. When we come back, we got some guests, and we're gonna talk some more basketball. Just a bit outside. Me too. Is that why you need to go to commercial?
Black by Demand radio show.
2 years ago. If you broke that bike and it don't work, that's on you, brother. I suggest you get that toolkit out back and then start working with it, right? Yeah. So my son's looking at me like, wow. And I broke down to him how we had got fixing flat tires down to a science. Mm-hmm. You understand what I mean? Sticking the tube in the water. Right? Talk to me, brother. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, critical thinking. And seeing, we look at that now and like kids, they not as on hands like we were back in the day.
That's because nowadays you don't have to put the bikes together anymore. They can come assembled.
Yeah, everything's coming assembled.
In the store, they ask you like if you want it already assembled.
Right.
Back then you just got the box with 1 million pieces.
Right, and today I don't think they could work with that.
It's just like the thought process. Nowadays you get a bike that's already put together. Now when you were younger, you had to put this bike together.
You got to put it together.
That basically closes your mind into learning how to do something. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now you're giving it something. So, okay, you take this and this is what it is.
Right.
So now we have to run with this instead of teaching the child, this is how you put this together so you to see the result as this.
Right. Critical thinking. I like that. Absolutely. So look, not to cut you off, Mr. Z, but let's go to our first commercial break. And then we're going to come back and finish talking about
okay. If I sit around, hold up. Look. If I sit around, hold up. Yeah. Rub. Let's do it.
If I sit around, I'ma smoke some more. Wasn't even thinking about smoke before, but I'm in my head and I'm in the bed. Don't know who I am, like I'm wearing a mask. Working mode, tell him where the cash. If you wear the cash, tell him where the cash. You playing for you, gon' run it back. Don't make promises, but I promise that. Don't promise me, cause I ain't into that. Fell in love with that and got hurt from that. That was all over and the curtains back. Can't see you not noticing that. I'm letting it go, it ain't holding me back. Yeah, I'm on dice, but ain't come for the crack. Drinking with uncle, we only do jack. How I'm alive, I thank God for that. Praying about it, things getting better. Open it up with my name on the letter. Why you crazy about it? Saying whatever, you shy to be you. You know you gotta be you. Sometimes I need privacy too. Yeah, you know I ride. You know I ride, and you know you ride for me too. Yeah, you know I. Look, you like getting that hit for real. When it's me and Mary, just us, we chill. I'm in a rush to get off to get you. Never ever had to floss to get you. Pay the dues that it cost to kiss you. Rug burns on the carpet with you.
Oh yeah. Come on, dog, throw this in there. Gotta dedicate this to the homie out of New Orleans. Break. Said she wanna bump that. You wanna do it? Go ahead, do it.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. So no matter what you up to, just go hard. Don't matter.
Can you imagine how really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, that's cause my father dead. Mom bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen this less than all your friends. But it a joke because your mother was a crackhead. Older sister hoeing off, giving all her homies head. I could wait for your response, but they love to hear me talk, so I just wait for the applause. I always knew that I was great, I got them haters so appalled. I'ma make it out the darkness, and my word is my bond. Delivering these bars while I'm gripping on my balls. Jealous niggas hate to see you succeed, so fuck them all. I'm the master of my destiny, nigga, you not in charge. You either on your grind or in the way, so get lost. Be a man of everything you say you stand for. Lead your people by example, being hands-on. If you're back against the wall, then get your mash on. Fix your vision on the future like it's fast forward. The world is yours in due time, ain't gotta ask for it. I'm from the school of hard knocks, I took a crash course. Should be stressful, my nigga, that's why I'm getting high. But that's life, and it's the code that I live by. And you know how it is, where we at, nigga. They say money can't buy happiness, but I be happy as a bitch when I can have dinner. Learn from your losses or you end up like the last nigga. I fall off, I bounce back, I really come from the dirt. But if you wanna make it happen, gotta put in the work. The world will kick you when you down, and I know this shit hurt. And it's crazy cause your family, your shit on you first. My sister stabbed me in my chest, I had a hole in my shirt. I never said a prayer for her on my way to the hurt. I died twice that night, man, I'm just happy to be here. And shit like that is the reason I never be scared. Was drifting through the smoke in the field, I couldn't see clear. It's deeper than the rap, I'm where the bottom of the sea is. Was trying to make it happen till I happen to ball. It's all mind over matter, the fuck the matter with y'all, huh? Be a man of everything you say you stand.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. Thank you for joining us a little bit late tonight, a lot of it late, on Facebook Live, on YouTube. Check us out throughout the week, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. As you can see, we have been joined in the studio. We are here with Najee Banks.
Yes, sir.
And Jahiti of Brownfish. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Well, how are you? We're here.
Yeah. That's good. The plane has landed.
Nothing like stressing on Monday, right?
Yeah.
But you're smiling, so that's what's up,
That's
right?
Yeah, we in full effect right now.
That's how you gotta deal with stress. Smile through it.
That's the only way to get through hell is to keep walking.
I like that.
Yeah.
I might have to steal that one.
I stole it.
Put on a t-shirt.
Right.
From someone who stopped walking in hell, right?
All right, gentlemen. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves, your background, where you're from,
Start with
blood
Jahiti.
type. You know.
All right. Well, I was born in the Bronx. Parents are Jamaican. Went to school in America. Lived in Jamaica in the summers. Then I moved to Bucks County, Pennsylvania, which wasn't Jamaica or the Bronx.
How did you end up there?
Listen, my parents wanted to move to some other place. It was an hour away. My parents worked for Amtrak, so I'm an Amtrak kid. To all y'all Amtrak kids. Your parents flashed the pass on them, got you on the train. So then I went to Coppin State College in Baltimore. Here we go.
Yeah.
And once I graduated, I stayed here, got into the music, and you know, life has been beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do world country, reggae, soul, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah. Brother, how you feeling?
Gumbo pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Baltimore. I was born and raised here. And all of my schooling was in Baltimore until I went to college at McDaniel in Westminster, which is not Baltimore. And so,
what neighborhood in Baltimore? Come on, you know you got to say that.
I grew up. All right, so I went to Evanston, and so I grew up probably always 15 minutes away from Evanston. I lived everywhere in Southwest, almost I could move one time by just putting everything on a little dolly or a wheelbarrow or anything. We moved from one house to the next. That was how close I would be moving around the city. And I don't know, I'd bring my guitar to high school. My middle school was St. Ignatius, so I was always downtown. I was always on the bus. And then Like they had a Peabody Young Composers group, and they asked if we wanted to do it, and I was like, yeah. And so like ever since then, I've been like learning music. Well, I've been playing piano since I was 7, but like because of that school, I was like able to start learning how to compose music, and like that was when I was just like, oh, I make music. That's just what I do. That's life. That you just make art. So like, I don't know. I play everything. I got a nice little gumbo pot of like instruments and stuff, but always stay influenced by, I guess, where you come from. You know, that's who I am.
Dig it, Jahiti. How'd you get into your field, your expertise?
Well, you know, my expertise really is paying attention and watching the patterns and cycles of human beings. You know what I mean? So I've been doing daydreaming out the window since 3rd grade. You know what I mean? It's all on my report card. He will not focus. He's staring out the window. And so as a songwriter, I think that's where I get my ability to write a song where people could connect with, right? So I just pay attention to people and know how people respond, you know? And I've been able to use that, like I said, as a songwriter, but also director of a youth program working with supporting young men coming home from detention, typically with felony gun charges. So that's my little area of expertise, but it's just really, you know, I went to cop and social science degree, but it's really just paying attention to each other, you know what I mean? Just really locking in and really asking, like, you know, what are you into? You know what I mean? Knowing what we would like to do is to talk about ourselves, and you know, this show is for that, but typically just in connecting with other human beings. Like, do you know more about that person than they know that you told about yourself in that interaction? And just understanding the value of that, you know what I mean? And that, you know, goes all into everything I do, you know? Yeah.
Dig it. Gentlemen, what would you classify, like what genre of music would you classify your music as?
Other. I know that's an option.
Or like a hybrid or something?
Yeah, it would have to be. I mean, it's you know, music is cyclical. You know, you only can do but so much because of your restriction on notage. But how you express is completely individualistic. So you, as a person, you are that genre. Like when I listen to Andrew Bird, I don't think I'm listening to bluegrass. I don't think I'm listening to like something else. I'm listening to Andrew Bird, and that's who Andrew Bird is. That's what he is. And like, you know, Stevie Wonder is Stevie Wonder. You might find him in a genre when you're looking for that vinyl, but like, you know, that's a presence, that's an energy felt. And so that's why I can't even genreize myself, because I listen to everything. And so my music is a product of who I am, what I listen to. It's just all over the place. It's just the other.
Well, I would agree with that. I call what I do world country reggae soul. Okay. But it comes from the same foundation of what he's saying. You know what I mean? Like, if you really sit down and you put a musician or a writer in the room, your expression of, you got to work hard to make it one thing. You know what I mean? Like if you just take for instance, Drake doesn't do rap. He don't do hip hop, but they keep putting him in that category. Right. He doesn't do that, right? So it's like, when you really look at it, it's hard. It's your religion, your true religion, is probably a makeup of a lot of religions. You know what I mean? But you just claim it's one thing. So with world country reggae soul, you know what I mean? Jamaica is a place that loves music. Country music, Johnny Cash lived there at one point. The lyrics are important to Jamaicans, you know what I mean? So I find that the Motowns, those stuff influenced me. And so that's the world country reggae soul piece. Yeah.
That's smooth.
So, what was it, like last month? I recently saw you two at the Paradigm event. Shout out to the Wind Up Space, Russell, and shout out to Roxy and everybody that put the effort to put that together.
Beautiful event.
And I mean, it was such a you know, an awesome event and concept of how, you know, it's basically like a play on words, you guys. I mean, you know, the Paradigm, they basically paired up artists to come up with this, you know, finished product. And, you know, you two guys have, you know, very different styles and different backgrounds. Please, you know, tell the outsiders and everybody out there how you two were able to, you know, hook up and do the damn thing, you know, basically.
Well, can I praise this young brother?
Go for it.
So first of all, Jamal called me. He said, "Can you send the music?" I said, "I didn't write down the music. It don't exist. Can you send the lyrics?" I don't even write down the lyrics. It don't exist. So he really...
he and Marcus cracking out. He's like, what the fuck?
He started with the song off the CD, or maybe the video. I don't even know.
I watched that
YouTube,
video like
right?
nobody's business, man.
So that's how he got that material, right? And so he starts to perform, and the brother gives me the greatest treat because obviously most people in the room may have never heard the song, and those who have heard the song may not even, if you do a verse the wrong way, they don't really know. You know what I mean?
Right.
But for me, he gave me the treat of reversing the entire song. And that's how he rearranged the song. So for me, I was blown away by the arrangement. I was blown away by his delivery, his intensity. Like that song, what he gave was comparable to what I feel I'm giving. You know what I mean? And that was something dope to get. You know what I mean? Because you may not feel that way about somebody touching on your baby.
Yeah,
it's true. Like, yeah, he don't love her like I love her. You know what I mean?
Gentlemen, wait a minute, let's hold that thought because we're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to hear about how these two got paired up. It made beautiful music. So don't go anywhere. Just keep it outside.
That was...
Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. Exactly. Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue, and she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like, you know,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. If you're watching us live on YouTube, on Facebook, why don't you hit that share button, share the link, share the love.
Yeah.
We are sitting here with Jahiti and Najee, and we were hearing about the experience with Paradigm. And why don't you just pick it up and continue?
Yeah, man. That was like, I think what Roxy and with Jamal, I call him Mr. Evans first and foremost because he was originally my teacher in high school.
Wow.
So like, that's how I knew him.
Big ups to the teachers.
Media productions and technology, you know what I'm saying? He really introduced me to the background, the technical side of everything with like Photoshop and learning how to. That man let me in the sound booth editing like so many hours after school. Like, you know, we shot a lot of things together, so we had already had a history. He was already like keeping up with me because like I don't know, he's a real like dope, down to earth dude and instructor. So like usually all of his students still keep up with him. That's all I'm getting from all of us, still keeping up with him. Shout out to Team Awesome. But the Paradigm Showcase was something that they put together with someone would submit their work and they would find an artist who I believe at this point was just a lot of their friends or a lot of their connections that they had, and they put us together. So like, you know, when he gave me Jahiti's piece, I watched that video, I wrote the lyrics down, did it backwards because I wanted it to be new for you, and then like I even created 2 new tones on an amp I had just to sort of emulate the feel of heaven, the sound of heaven, because one of the strongest lyrics was "Don't go wishing on my star," and it's like, you know, if something's going to be up that high, there has to be something ethereal about it. So I really created like some distant sounds that sort of swelled over time to sort of emulate the swell of the emotions and all of it. And like, I don't know, the whole night was just a good group of parents. So even outside of doing his work, like seeing everybody was just beautiful and intense at the same time. So yeah.
Gave me a jewel, my brother. I appreciate that. that was, you know, what I told him is that, you know, as an artist on this level, you don't get that treat. That's not something. Either people just feel like I'm not going to learn somebody's song who's my friend or whatever the case may be. So it's very rare to get a treat like that to someone to do cover your music. You know what I mean? So it was appreciated, my brother. Yes.
That's pretty good.
So what do you guys have coming up?
Well, thinking about going on tour with Drake. Of course not.
I'll be 6, boy.
Come on, J. Cole, you know I wouldn't do that to you. No, stop.
You gotta wait for Drake to celebrate the Toronto Raptors.
Okay. We're gonna let him get that in. Really, I want to just. I'm getting older now, so I just really want to focus more on expos. And, you know, being able to perform, sit at a table, not only sell my CDs, but my lifestyle, my t-shirts, my hats, you know, a few other stuff, books, you know, really get more into that. That's really the focus. Want to get more into theater. I think that music, you can't get, most often you will not be able to get someone to pay 3 different nights to come see a musical act, but they will for theater. And so really just figuring out how do I blend theater with my music to just expand and just do it on a different level, you know?
Dig it.
Yeah, that's kind of just the focus, trying to figure it out.
Right.
That's serendipitous is all get out, because what I'm doing next is I'm like right now sort of taking a break from music. I just ended a punk band. We were we played around Baltimore for like 4 years, even went out to like Pittsburgh for a bit. And so now I'm like easing off of that and going back towards theater, which I just took a break off of because like I've been itching to act as much as I've been performing. I've been itching to play another character. So I'm actually just last night I auditioned for the Maryland Ensemble Theaters, their season. And like, you know, they got some shows coming out. And like, I will say this, being a black dude is a plus when you're in a town sometimes like Frederick. And there's like a play about the topic and a controversy, but you're like one of the 5 in town. So it's like, okay, well, you know, it's probably gonna be in there. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to take all of that energy and understanding that I had in music and apply it now in the theater. Because like, you know, performing on stage, you have to get back to yourself if you really want to give your great work. And so, you know, I want to do that on theater's stage again. With like different characters and stuff, and I'm mostly just taking all this energy and trying to get a lot of collectives, like art collectives, together too in Frederick, because like with this musical break, I still got that musical energy about me, so I'm just trying to not perform, but trying to be like,
go away.
Hey everybody, y'all should. So yeah, that's what's next.
All right, that's what's up. Yeah. So look, you guys, we got a game going on tonight, right? I know nobody here is a basketball expert, but we're gonna get our little guest opinions.
Neither are we.
Right. Shit, we've been doing this for almost 3 years now. We are experts.
Not this player.
At least 30% there, right?
Yeah.
$10,000, you getting there, right?
We getting there, baby. We getting there. So, you know, like we said earlier tonight that the Golden State is up north in Toronto playing the Raptors. Jahiti, who do you like for tonight's game?
I like, I think Golden State is just magical. Like, I'm not a basketball person, but just something about what they've been doing just seems like it shouldn't be able. Like, that shouldn't happen. Like, but after a while, you're just like, Nah, it's something. It's their system.
They legit, yeah.
And I'm a fan of systems. I'm not a New England Patriot fan, I'm a Raven fan, but I'm a fan of the system that you can create that no matter who's in there, it keep going. So, and just for being a fan of, I've been a fan in the city that my team has won a sport. And I think for the sport of basketball, to have one in Canada, all the way in that corner, and have one in LA, it gives a good rivalry, a good thing, you know what I mean? I like the story, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, Golden State.
That's funny, because for the same reason, I'm gonna say the Raptors. Aside from like Van Vliet getting like, you know, a little hurt, a little bruised, a little dripping blood and all that on the court, that's like some good fight coming from Toronto. You know, so Canadians are like, oh no, we're ootin' the boot, okay? And it's like, hey, y'all tough, y'all bled. He tried to eye gushing, you know what I mean? The elbow came down. But yeah, that's how I feel. And another reason I'm so close to the Raptors is because as a kid, I never forget this moment. My uncles are like my brothers to me. Okay. They're like 5 years older than me. And so we were playing, I don't even know what game we were playing on Nintendo 64, but I picked the Raptors because it was just, it was a great mascot. Like you could play with the mascots on this, so everyone would be shooting around. And I never forget, it was a half-court shot. I was like 4, wet. Did it again. I was like, you're not supposed to be able to do this. So that's why I was like, it's got to be the Raptors because I know that energy is somewhere in there. I hope they hit 2 half courts tonight.
Well, they definitely going to be in full effect. We got some people coming in on the feed. They say Golden State is going down. Maybe not tonight, but the rain is over. And they got another comment saying Raptors winning would be huge. You know, and I think so as well. You know, diversity is always good. You know, and I have to take a second to shout out Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
You know, that guy has been beasting out. You know what I mean? And there's been a lot of buzz to the talk that he is the greatest Raptor to ever put on the uniform. And you laughing at me, but you know what I'm saying? Listen.
We put it up on the page this week.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go ahead and say, yeah, there's going to be a lot of people mad at me about that.
So who's number 2 on your list then?
Vince Carter. It's going to be a lot of people our age. It's going to be like, oh, man, fuck Kescia. Vince Carter all day. Tracy McGrady. But this is my thing, yo. You know, like Vince Carter, T-Mac, Chris Bosh. They've all had, you know, great careers. You're talking about all-stars. You know what I mean? You're talking about players who are holding all-time records for the franchise. But this is my thing, guys. When you talking about greatness, what matters?
Championships.
The ring, baby, right. The ring. And not one person prior to this. You know what I mean? I don't give a damn that Vince Carter dunked over top of somebody in the Olympics. And you know what I mean? Like, you know, Chris Bosh is you know, basically holds damn near every record there is for the Toronto Raptors. It does not matter unless you win a ring for that franchise.
Yeah, but all-time greatest franchise player, I can't go with that. He has one season.
He has one season. But in his very first, how many people can say, you know, outside of like LeBron James?
Did Vince Carter have the support staff?
No, he did not. He did not. And that, you know what I mean? And he gets a tough break on that. But what I can say about Kawhi Leonard is he came to that organization, he came to that franchise and completely changed the game, dog. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, the Raptors was going to the playoffs and everything, but the Raptors was like the NBA playoff joke. You know what I mean? They were called the choke franchise, you know what I mean, of the postseason. And now that they are serious contenders, and he, you know, yes, he's a wonderful support system, but yo, he straight up took the reins of that team and was like, yo, this is my team, let's fucking go. And they did it. And they doing it.
Let me ask you guys a question. So them winning, the Raptors winning, how does that change basketball in Canada? Like, does that have an effect? Like, do you have a whole bunch of Canadian basketball players like the next 17 years? Is there a social effect on the sport up there?
They're just not so eager for curling to start.
God damn it!
Like, the basketball's still on.
Oh man! All right. Well, this is what I'm going to say. When you win a championship, automatically your franchise, your team becomes that much more attractive. Right. You know what I'm saying? And right now, as we speak, we have a host of, 12 to 16-year-olds, watching this series right now. And seriously, this is like kind of like a monumental series, because this was literally the epitome of like David and Goliath, playing each other. Yeah, and you got like, these little kids out here, or these high schoolers, even some college players that are watching this team right now and are in absolute amazement. Yeah. You know what I mean? And there is no doubt in my mind that Kawhi Leonard, he's a whole weirdo. Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not really the flashy type. He's not like, LeBron James or like the James Hardens. He doesn't even really like the limelight. You know what I mean? And you have a whole host of people who now have really gotten to know his weirdness. You know what I mean? And been able to really, watch his game on a national stage. So, I think it's like a game changer as far as like the NBA concerned, the fan base and the game itself. Because watch after this whole thing is over with. If Toronto, is able to pull this thing off, you're going to have bandwagon motherfuckers jumping out the door. I was like, always like the Raptors. You know how people are.
By a whole costume.
Get it, shoot a half court. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would have to say
because like things like that change and shift, not talking about track and field, but, for years, the fastest man in the world was Jamaican. He just went to England or Canada or something like that. Yes. And then one thing changes where one guy decides, I'm not leaving. You know what I mean? And so we were talking earlier, I love the social aspect. So I appreciate that breakdown, because it is weird. Like, Canada's about to say could say that they're the NBA champions. Yeah. Like that, you talk tough after that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's even more so significant for them because they're one of the youngest franchises in the league, having gotten their start in 1995. This is their first. This will be their first legit title.
Right.
So it's huge for the sport. It's huge for the country.
And there's only team left there because Grizzlies went down to Memphis.
Right. What? Right. So hey, like I said, hot up in the six, boy. Can't stop saying it. So listen, gentlemen, we about to wind this whole thing down. Please tell all of our outsiders, all your fans, how they can follow you, stalk you on social media and all that.
All right, listen. So Jahiti, Jahiti, Jahiti. If you Google that, all of the other stuff pop up. Love to connect with you on the IG.
Dope. I am Najee, Najee. If you search just that, I'm named after a jazz musician, so you can get somebody probably a little bit better, a little bit older. But you scramble through there, you look for Banks as a last name or .Carde, C-A-R-D-E on Instagram. You can find me or something like me.
That's what's
all right, gentlemen, to wrap up the interview, we do this thing called the Just a Bit Outside Fave 5. All of our outsiders already know what it is. So tonight's category is what 5 musical artists do you have in rotation right now? We're going to start with Najee.
Kendrick Lamar, specifically to Pimp a Butterfly. That whole album, start to finish, all the time. Pink Floyd.
Nice.
Dark Side of the Moon and The Wall, start to finish, every time. Andrew Bird, as I mentioned earlier. Cass McCombs. And No Name. I love her. She's a dope rapper. Yeah.
I haven't heard No Name, but Cass McCombs.
He's another artist. You can't listen, just like Andrew Bird, you can't listen to one album and then the next and think you're listening to the same person. That's how I like it.
I like that. All right. That's solid.
All right, so we're just going to stick with the new people, new albums out that I'm listening to. I love music, right? So Jim Jones' new album.
Oh! Really?
I love the maturity of it.
Okay.
He's still talking that stuff, you know what I mean? But it's like you can see the Jay influence on the old heads. Like, yo, come on, stop being young.
Right.
Talk a little more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dig it.
Here, I'm about to blow your mind on this one because it's weird a little bit. Miley Cyrus' new album, yo.
What?
Yo, listen.
I'm not going to listen to it then.
Listen.
Yeah.
Judge me, right?
I'll judge.
I love it.
So the last two we're going to say Skip Marley, which is Bob Marley's grandson, incredible artist. Steven's son, which is Him Marley, which probably no one's going to check for, but Him Marley, He doesn't use any of the Marley signatures and tones, and
Really?
it's a great song. Original sound, but he's still a Marley. You know what I mean? Yeah. And me.
Hey, self-promotion now, shit. We all about it here. And just a bit outside. But there it is. That's what it is, y'all. Great interview. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate the love. Hey, look, y'all. Look, this is all the time we got for tonight because we trying to watch the damn game too.
Right, 9 o'clock.
So, you know how we end the show? Baltimore, spread love, yo. Outsiders, have a great week. Yo, paper talk.
Okay.
Which one is the middle one?
Middle one.
Middle one. All right. Ooh.
It's the sunglasses.
I'm 6.
All right, y'all. Have a good one. Peace.
Bless.
This unknown to find who we really are. Crash into something new.